I'm the Sideload Creative Operation Save Wildcat. Today I'm going to be going through how I did the recoil, the bullet effects, the muzzle flash, and everything like that. I'm not going to go fully in depth into it. I'm just going to do a base overview of kind of how I did it. If you want a full in depth of how to do it step by step, go ahead and check out Independent VFX. This is where I learned how to do all of the muzzle flash and all of the effects. He's got amazing tutorial right here, straight down from every step to do. I'm going to be going over how I kind of took what he taught into Operation Save Wildcat and just show a basis of how it was created, because the firearms that are used, all airsoft weapons, these are not real guns. I do have in one of the first clips right here, these are some blank rounds. So these ones are real still. They're blank rounds though. And then I also have some rounds here that are also actual bullets, but the guns themselves are airsoft in episode 1. In episode 1, every single one of them are airsoft. So I'm going to be showing how I went and took these and made them into more like actual firearms. So if each one of them, if I go to my windows, this is a smoke layer. This is how I did this smoke effect that you will see on the guns. Right here, there is one on Wildcat's AK. Find another clip here. Here's Wildcat's muzzle flash. So every time he fires, he will have a smoke effect come from his rifle. That's within this smoke layer. Now what I do is I find a spot that I like say I like up in the top right corner or in the middle. I like this spot. Then I would crop this section out and kind of a rounded shape, looping around like this. That's what I would use for my muzzle flash, and then I would dock it down by probably 80% opacity. As you can see, here's a ball of smoke coming out of the rifle right here. So I've done kind of a rounded beveled shape. Here it is. So this is the smoke layer. So if I hide that, it'll hide the smoke. And if I open that up, I have my mask, which crops it out. Then I have my transformations. What transformations does is I tell it where I want it to go. These points is these points up here. So it just tells this to move along across the screen, just like so. So as I move this, it'll back up from the barrel, and it will back up out as far as I tell it to go. And then I do that with scale. And I hit this little timer over here to tell it I want it to change its scale throughout the clip. If I don't hit this, it'll just change to whatever I set this as throughout the entire thing. So I tell it to change its scale as it goes out to the end. So it gets small and it gets really big. And then the opacity goes from, it's set at 56%, and I have it set to go down to 0%. So it looks like it gradually goes out and then disappears. Then for the flash, I have it hidden on this clip. Here's a flash. I go over to, I have a flash somewhere. I think it's comp 7. No, I seem to have misplaced it. For the flash is essentially what this smoke layer is. It's a brighten up layer. I want to say it's a light layer. There's a video right here for the muzzle flash. I want to say it's a light layer. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I did this. I set this up a long time ago for the trailer. But essentially, if I wanted to, like if I extend this mask out for it, you can see that it's a whole layer of other light effects. So it looks like it's one item, but in reality, I'm actually just masking out a section. And it has all these other light effects around it. And I do Command Z, and I can go back to where it was. And I can choose if I want to flash or if I want to hide it. It's essentially what the smoke layer is. I just crop out a section that I like. That's a section I chose. I like that shape, so that's the one I went with. And it has a slight opacity removal on the front of it. Now for the bullets, I have this metallic brass texture. So what this is the metallic layer, and then I chose a brassy color, so it looks like a bullet. Then I tell it that I want it to go in a cylinder shape. So all the bullets you see in this video, sorry to break the magic, it's not an actual bullet. It is just a cylinder shape that has been blurred, and it rotates around. So you can see right here, it doesn't really look like a bullet, but when it goes across the screen so fast and you don't really wonder what it is and it's coming out of a firearm, it looks like a bullet, but in reality, it's just a brass cylinder. Now for 9mm, I have a cut down cylinder. It's the same thing, it's just cropped downwards, so that way it looks like a pistol round. This is at the end of the day what the rounds are. It's just a flat metallic layer that's rounded around, slightly blurred on each side, and it moves around. I can go into the effects here. I have a CC cylinder effect, which is where I told it what I want it to be set at. Here's the radial blur, which blurs the front, and I tell it I want it to blow up here. This little marker right here, I can move it around, see it splits in half. It's cut in half now, and then I have my transform. So there is a lot of layers within every individual bullet. This was a rifle bullet layer that's not syncing up, but I didn't end up using that. Now, if I go down to, these are silly jicks. I gotta find a silly jick real quick. Let's go right here. So, for the rifle, we have, this is the AR. There is a black square that has opacity on it. So it looks like when it fires, this bolt opens up. Now you can see it's not perfectly matched up, but when it plays really fast, you don't really notice it so much. Not every one of these are perfect because it takes a long time to do this as it is, and at this distance, you're not even going to notice it. It just looks like the bolt's opening at this distance. If you zoom in on it, you can see it's not perfectly set up. Now for the bullet, I also have a transform on it. So it tells it I want to move in this direction. If I want to change the direction, I just move the slider. And now the bullet is going to move this way. So I can tell exactly where I want to move. I could have it move up here, which makes absolutely no sense, but I could do that. And the bullet will spin backwards as I tell it go backwards, and the shells just spin on their own. So as they move, it looks like they're just kind of falling through the air. Now on the recoil is a bit of an interesting one. We'll go right here, I guess. Actually, no, I want to go, I'd like to find, if I could, Wildcat's AK. Because I think Wildcat's AK is probably the best one to show this. Okay, here's an AK right here. Alright. So, the only guns that I have done recoil to is, for the most part, Wildcat and Savage, and that's pretty much it. All the other ones are done just as normal. So the other ones, we pull the rifle back into a shoulder to simulate recoil. And these clips, this was the very first videos that was filmed for the episode. So we forgot about recoil. We forgot to improvise and fake the rifle going backwards, and we just pulled the trigger on them. I wasn't thinking about that either. That was kind of my bad. I didn't think about it, so I didn't tell them to improvise recoil, so they just pulled the trigger. But to fix that, I have a clip layer right here, which moves. So what I've done is, this is another video that's been masked out. It's the same video clip that's masked out around. And then I've added a rotation of -3. What that does is it rotates it upwards. Like if I do -8, it puts it upwards. So it's the muzzle going in an upward direction. I like -3, felt like it was not too overly exaggerated, just enough that would go up. And then I just pull this back, like if it was right here where it would normally be, I'd pull it back ever so slightly, that when Wildcat fires, you can see his shoulder move back with the rotation. And then I can say, I want his shoulder to move ever so slightly backwards, so it's like the rifle in the stock is hitting into the shoulder, so it has this kind of backward motion. And you can see right here it looks like there's two of these. So what I do is I'll come in here and I can just kind of remove it just like this, and it's gone. Because this clip is a mess, so if I pull it out, I pull it pretty far, I start clipping his helmet. Well, now his helmet kind of does this weird cut down, so I have to put it in a spot that looks right and not weird. I can't just stick it anywhere I want. Like if I go right here, you can see there's a little bit of a magazine sticking out. Just pull this down, it looks like it's gone. If you really look at the edges, you can tell there's a little bit of a weird cut in some areas, like right here. You can see how his neck kind of goes up, down, and up. But when it shoots really fast, not really noticeable because it's such a split-second file. Now, of course, I've messed with it a little bit. It's not as perfect as it was. So I'll go ahead and put it back to where its actual location was. There we go. So I've done that with every single shot on virtually every single weapon. It's saving the project right now. I don't really want it to, but it is saving. Now, the other thing I've also done is I have another smoke effect that's on the rifle's receiver every time a bullet is ejected. I seem to have forgot it on this clip. I'm just noticing that. Oh, I'm on flash. That's why. I was on silly jacks. Every layer split up so I can easily see what's what. And I'm not going to be able to see it here, so I'm going to have to move to another panel where I can see the gun port. I need to see where the bullets are ejecting from the rifle. Okay, here's the AR right here. Right here, this is the smoke that is coming from the bullet chamber. Same thing, I've just told it where to go, and I've told it what scale I want it to go at and the opacity. It's very similar to the front muzzle flash and smoke. This one's got a little bit of a different flash than the other one. I have separate flashes inside to give it this cool effect that matches up with the muzzle flash handle, just like that. So I've done that to every single rifle, every single handgun. Every time anyone shoots, I have to go in and add every single one of these items. And the other thing is you probably figure, well, you can just copy it and then paste it, right? Well, the problem is, like, let's say he was to shoot right here, and I paste it here, and I wanted to shoot over here. Well, now everything's misaligned because he's moved the barrel. So then, well, you can just move it back into placement, right? As it like wants to give me a whole time. Yeah, as long as it's the same clip. If it's a completely different clip though, like I take this and I move over the AK, I'm going to have to fix it up a little bit for the AK. But if I have to go and move it, like copy and paste and then move it, doesn't take too long to do, right? Except when he shoots 10 times, well, now you got to do that 10 times. And for a 20-minute video, I mean, how many gun effects happens in one video? So there's the reason this has been a year. I think this was filmed like a year before the video comes out. The video's not even out yet. I'm still working on it, actually, as of right now. It's gonna come out in a few weeks from when I'm recording this, though. And then the blood effects, I have one in here. The blood effects are mostly done in Adobe Premiere Pro, but I do have one in here that I'll go to. So this blood effect is one that I found online. And really all it is, if I go ahead and bring one down, like let's say blood 5. I'm going to bring blood 5 in. Now these blood effects just kind of have like a little blood spool that'll come out in the center of the screen just like this. So pretty much all something similar to this degree. So it starts out and then it expands. So what I have done with that is I also told it where I wanted to go. And I try to get the blood to flow in the direction that the character's moving. So I try to make it look like it's coming out of the back of the head here and then falling downwards. This one I want it to kind of come outwards this way, and then it just kind of drops out. and then slowly falls downward as the gravity pulls it down to the floor. It probably should go at a slight more of a curve, like how this one does. Not as drastic, but it goes a little too straight down. It should be more of an angle, probably uphill, and then start straightening out. But it looks cool. It goes when it goes really fast, it's pretty instant. So just like that. There's a clip for the blood. Then I'll do that for anytime somebody gets shot. I'll use these effects and I'll change the scale when needed. This one's got a scale change. I think they both have a scale change. Yeah, they do. So this one, what I'm doing is, so it's supposed to be more rounded, but I've told it to straighten out and be squished more at the sides, so it looks like it's dropping down. Reality, if I make this the normal size, it looks like this. Yeah, I've told it to squeeze down like that, so it looks more like it's dropping instead of being a full pane splatter going down. It looks like it's kind of shot out and then it gets stretched out as it goes down. There's a lot of little edits and things that goes on with this. And then this is all green screen. Obviously, I don't have the funds to use a actual real big. Now, obviously, this is green screen because I don't have the funds to actually go and get one of these. These things are expensive. I mean, obviously, it would cost me a lot to do the actual clip of this without green screening. So a lot of stuff in here is green screen. As some of it, you can probably tell as the green screen is not always perfect. Like this scene right here isn't really all that perfect. It has a couple issues with the screening. Sometimes the green screen screws up. This one I had some screw-ups at the start. I had some issues with this clip along the shoulder pads, but I've kind of patched that up a little more. This is green screened as well. This one came out perfect. You pretty much cannot tell on this clip. This one came out honestly perfect. Besides the boots, you can see there's some bumps here and maybe in the knee pads. But overall, this clip came out phenomenal. The recoil was over-exaggerated on this one, sadly. I didn't realize it had a lot less recoil than it actually does. That thing doesn't recoil like at all due to it being a bullpup, but I had it recoil upwards quite a bit in this clip, which should not have been done. Oh, here's the AK again. Now, when the AK fires, you'll notice this little handle here moves as well right there. So that's another clip. That's another just copy of the same film stuck over and mask this out and then mask a shape out that's this color and then paste it over here. I'm messing up my words a little bit. But this is made to look like it slides backwards just like that. Even though in reality on the actual footage of this clip, this does not happen. This does not move at all. This is all edited. This whole slide was edited. This is an edit. It doesn't actually do this. It's just a prop. But it looks like it's legit. Except for the muzzle flash. Obviously, the muzzle flash is over-exaggerated here. On a real firearm, you would not see these muzzle flashes in the daylight. Unless it's Hollywood, because Hollywood uses blanks and not real bullets, obviously. Because you don't want to actually shoot your actors. Hollywood and their bright flashes. I've added a couple bright flashes even though they aren't realistic because I think they just look cool and they added to the overall enjoyment of the film. I just kept mine to be a little more real and used sparingly. I try to use them sparingly and not constant like Hollywood does. They go overboard with the flashes to the point it just looks like a video game. That's not what I wanted to go full hill, even though there's a lot of video game Call of Duty themes. I didn't want to go Call of Duty gun theme too on top of it. So I think I went a little nuts with the flashes in this scene as well. Well, it looks like there's not as many. The M14 scene is the one I want to look at because that was an interesting one to do. That was a little more difficult. Let me find the M14. Here's the M14. Oh, there's me eating a bullet. Yeah. Okay, let's see. if I can find this M14 firing somewhere in here. It's gonna be over here because it just shot at cat, so it's gonna be over here. There we go. Yep, right there. Okay, yeah, I want to show this scene in particular. I have to line it up perfectly. Oh, I'm on flash and smoke. That makes sense. Okay, like it's not doing it. Okay, there's a bullet. Okay, so this right here. See how this opens up and this back heel moves? That's another edit that I kind of wanted to show because the M14 is just different than the other weapons. And the bullets are substantially bigger. There's smoke out the side. Now, its muzzle smoke is different than the other weapons. I've done it kind of going more. It goes bigger instead of smaller on this one. I looked at a video of the actual M14 firing, and that's one thing I noticed about the M14 is the smoke started small and got bigger as it went out. It kind of threw it outwards. So I went and did that with the M14 in this video for the cartel. Why is that bullet so small? I screwed up there. It's supposed to be bigger. Not that any of you probably noticed that. Let's be honest. Did you notice it? Probably not. It's so fast that I didn't even notice, and I've watched this thing probably 20 times. Probably 20 times. I've probably looked at this footage so much. Yeah, see, it goes so fast you can't even see it. You didn't notice it. Neither did I. The sniper bullets, you're welcome. They're actual bullets. Kind of. Not really. They're not cylinders. It's an actual bullet model. It's done in Adobe Premiere Pro. It's not done in After Effects. Could you do an After Effects? Yeah, you could do it in After Effects. Trying to find it. Not real time. Yeah, it'll freeze up. Why? Because I have way too many effects in here. That's why. The more effects you put in After Effects, the more it breaks. That's how it goes. Alright, there you go. Yeah, see, this one looks like an actual bullet. Could it be better? Yeah. Is it a free model I found online? Maybe. That's green screen? Yeah, probably. Yeah, it is. It totally is. I found it online. But anyways, and then I changed the contrast of it because it was bright yellow and I wanted it to be more breast looking. So I stuck a online video here and I told it to move kind of out and downwards like I did with the other bullets, so it'll move out just like that. So that one actually looks like a bullet. And just like that. And then I added a little bullet ping sound effect when it comes out of the sniper rifle. Bolt action rifle, whatever you want to call it. It's a rifle. It's cool. Okay. It's a sniper rifle. I know some people get technical and they're like, well, technically it's not a sniper rifle. It's a bolt action rifle. I don't care. It's a sniper rifle. It has a scope on it. I don't want to hear it. Oh, yeah. Here's all pump action shotgun. That was done. Let's see if I could find him using the cell ejection pole. Wildcat's going to reload. Then he's going to fire a bullet. And he's going to rack the shotgun back after he shoots. Oh, yeah. He gets shot instead because I went too far. Just rack the shotgun already. Whoa, okay. What the heck? I'm not seeing it. I need to see the bullet come out of the shotty. There it is. Yeah, notice this. So this is another shell I found online. It's coming out the wrong side. I put it on the wrong side. I don't know what I was thinking. See? I can tell you exactly what I was thinking, actually. If you look at the actual episode, this is corrected. I've corrected it. It's on this side now. But I can tell you what I was thinking. It's really stupid. It's really stupid. I was thinking, oh, you put the shell in here. And for some reason, some stupid reason, I put the shell right there because that's where you put it in the gun. But that's not where it comes out of the gun. It comes out over here. I don't know what I was thinking. It's not supposed to be there. And I shot real shotguns. And I own one. And I put it there. So yeah, this is wrong. I don't know what I was thinking though. But I fixed it. If you go back and watch it, it's fixed. It's not like this. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, let's go find some more clips. Oh yes. The suppressed Taval. That is loud and not actually quiet. Why is that? Well, the reason why that's done is because the real suppressors don't actually suppress the way Hollywood thinks. That's why that's done that way. In case you were wondering. The recoil? Yeah, over-exaggerated. It shoots the ceiling practically. I don't know what Ghost was thinking here. But I did a slight amount of muzzle smoke going out the front. Somewhere around here after it recoils up to the ceiling. It's okay. I can make fun of it. It's fine. I created it. There we go. There's my muzzle flash smoke right there. There's just a slight little bit amount coming out as it climbs up towards the ceiling for some apparent reason. And you can see the line of it coming out. And it's saving the project again. Screw you, Adobe. Fun fact, Adobe actually crashes like a lot. I'll like save the project and then Adobe will crash. That's how it goes. I think Adobe's crashed. I probably crashed Adobe about 20 times making this video. And here's the smoke coming out right here. And I have to put a black squirrel right here. Even though this rifle has blowback. Because the blowback broke. Ain't that fun? Yeah, it used to blow back. It don't no more. It does now with editing. Look at that. Aside from the fact of the rifle going towards the ceiling, the recoil actually does look good with the way it interacts with the chest plate and the poncho and everything. Oh, in case you don't know, I play Ghost. Yeah, I play Ghost in this. That's me. Every time you see Ghost, it's actually me. He's green screened to be next to me in the plane clip. Where is it? Oh yeah, this clip turned out really good. I'm happy with that. That looks cool. Oh, that's me. Yep, right here. Yeah, this is me with myself. Yeah, it's just two me's green screen together. Somebody's got to play Ghost. And if anyone's going to play him, it's going to be me. So, yup. This is some stock footage. I don't know whose truck this is. It looks like some Smurf's truck. You can see the orange. Oh yeah, speaking of orange tip, I had to edit out the orange tip in this footage. Oh yeah, go subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, which you have already if you're watching this probably. Oh yeah, it's somewhere on here. These, I had a bullet ricochet off of it in one of the clips. These are all actual metal. These are all metal. That's not fake. These are metal. Yep, I got metal shoulder pads. I am trying to find it. Oh yeah, this clip. Yeah, this one. I don't have it set up in here though, because I did all that in Adobe Premiere Pro after doing After Effects. So the glass and those effects are actually not in After Effects, even though usually you'd use it for that, but that's a Premiere Pro. Yeah, this is metal. You can see the paint's actually rubbed off here. That wasn't supposed to be like that. This is supposed to be all black. But the paint got rubbed off because of this scene right here. I bumped this wood pallet and it removed the paint on my solder pad. So that's rough. Yeah, this took the paint off. Even though I used a rubber metallic paint. I don't know. The rubber paint came off. It's like a rubber coating and it somehow came off. And yeah, I have P90 mags shoved in my pockets. Why? Because it's a gun I picked up that I don't have pouches full. That's why that's like that. Yep. I am in full pouches, not P90 mags. And I picked up P90, so why would I have mags for it? So I don't. Do I own P90 mags pouches in general? No, I don't. I do not. I still can't find this clip. It's over here somewhere. What's sad is I had it a while ago and I just can't find it again. It's probably in fixes, actually, to be honest. Nope. Well, anyway, I think I literally just found it. Oh, wow, I did. That's lucky. See this right here? This stupid thing? Yeah, look. Look at that. It's an orange tip. Someone didn't cover the tip of the rifle. So I did it for them. Look at that. Ain't that nice? Looks so much better. This ain't his AO, by the way. That's just one we handed him to use. So, that's rough. But I fixed it. It took me forever. I had to go step by step, scene by scene, to cover it and move it every time. But, you know, we did it. So is episode 2 gonna come out anytime soon after episode 1? No. Why? Well, because it takes forever to do this. That's why. Especially because episode 2 has the M249. Spoiler alert, there's an M249 in episode 2. Yeah, that's going to be fun to edit. I am looking forward to that. Oh, great. I'll just drink myself to sleep after that one. Not really, but I should. Anyways, hopefully I made it humorous enough for all of you. And make it somewhat entertaining talking through this weird stuff that I do on here. where I spend hours of my life doing nothing but moving smoke around on the screen. Go and check out the channel. See what I have on there. Check out my other videos. And I'll see you all later. Goodbye.